Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I've got a message for Scorpio today, and to let you know how this works, I've asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that's going to be deeply helpful as well as positive for you as you navigate your spiritual journey this week. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I encourage you to subscribe so that you can stay in beneficial contact with this information from the other side every week. And if you're returning to the channel, I really appreciate your presence and your energy as well as your time and support. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, no, sorry, I have to say one more thing, which is that I'm offering my very special New Year's reading for about another week. This is not just a predictive reading of what's going to happen in the year. This is really empowering information to put you in the driver's seat and really help you spring forward into your new year with a lot of positive momentum. So definitely for those that are serious about your spiritual path, not just kind of dabbling. And if you know someone that might be interested, please also feel free to share the information with them. There's a link in the description below, or you can visit trueguidancetarot.com. Let's go straight into your energy, into your reading and your energy, Scorpio. I feel a purification going on. It's the strangest thing. I actually feel really different energies with these cards than I've ever felt. The universe is sending you strength. And I think that's probably all I need to say, is that the universe is sending you strength. I don't feel so much that it's trials this week, but I do feel like it's extra support from your higher self, from your intuition, from your heart and from your guides, just really putting you in a very strong place. I think it's also saying that a lot of what you're going to be going through this week and maybe the next 2 weeks is going to take a lot of courage and a lot of metal. I know she's left her sword down here at the side, but it's going to take a lot of the resilient strength that you're really good at. So this is not a coasting kind of week for you, but I know you're okay with it. Like with all the cards that I drew for you this week, I feel okay with all of them. They just feel really good. Now we've got the moon for the way you respond. And again, you actually have clarity. You feel, it's so funny. You feel a deeper sense of clarity than usual. Usually with the moon card, it's the opposite, that, oh, things are a little bit weird or they're a little unclear or something's just a little bit odd about them. But for some reason, you're feeling more in tune and more resonant than usual. Like your insight is just right on point this week, and that you actually feel like you're able to see very far to the essence of things. I'm feeling the energy that's beyond these two stones, that's actually way back by the moon, the truth of the way things actually are. If you're able to see through the illusions of this card, then you can actually see the truth much more strongly. So it's very funny because I see that really strong for you right now. So I just want to stay there. It's such a nice energy. We've got the Four of Swords on one side, the Ten of Wands going into the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Four of Swords, it's kind of heading away from the spread. So it's almost like in the past you've been thinking about what needs to be done, and this week you're ready to take action. So the time for thinking is really done, and maybe this is why you have such a strong, clear insight this week. So I'm going to just put him away for a little bit, and we're going to focus on these two. The Ten of Wands moving into the Seven of Pentacles. You realize you've been carrying a lot of burdens around, a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of baggage, and I think this time of rumination for you has been really illuminating that. And you've just quietly resolved to the fact that it's time to drop it. And it's really that plain and simple. That you've decided that you don't want to carry this around anymore. See all these sticks up here and he's bent over holding them. That yes, it's made you stronger. Yes, yes, you have that knowing, that experiential knowing now that you've carried all these things around for some time, but you're ready to cut it off. He's got a sickle and he's cutting the mistletoe. So there's a symbolic cutting of the cord that you're willing and wanting to do. So this may be old relationships you're carrying around, old responsibilities for relationships, ties to relationships that you haven't quite cut all the way. There's a lot of cord cutting happening this week, a lot of cutting off. It's so funny because he's actually the one holding these burdens on. He's got a string that's holding. So he's taken this upon himself. He's taken it upon himself to hold all the stuff on his back. So all of the weariness and all of the crippling that he feels because of this, it was his own thing. Like, he did it. He took it on. And that's a big moment to realize. There may be some resistance to that idea that, well, no, I had to do it. There was no other choice, or everyone expected it of me, or whatever. But the thing is that this card is telling me you did have a choice. And you did choose to carry it around. But now you're choosing to cut it off. And this is really a special moment. Let me see if I can get some words to describe it. Because this moment in the Seven of Pentacles it's a divinely timed moment, and it's a sacred moment. So it's that you're cutting yourself free from something that has been holding you back, from this tendency in yourself to want to take all this stuff on. You're cutting yourself free. And I just want to let the power of those words sink in. You are literally cutting yourself free. The universe has arranged this moment for you. And it's perfect. You're going to see everything line up just very easily, that you're able to cut yourself free. But there's a blessedness in it. There's a sacredness in it. The mistletoe is a very sacred plant in this particular deck. So this is a very special plant. And the funny thing about mistletoe is that it's actually a parasite, right? It grows on other trees. But when you cut it off, you're cutting it off from this. So it's almost like you're cutting them off. And in cutting them off, you're cutting yourself free. So it's funny because I almost have nothing else to say about this because it's just so clear. To recap, you're feeling this extra strength, and you're feeling the insight. You've gathered all the insight on what you need to do next, and you're just finally ready. You're just finally ready to let all this stuff come off of you for good. And to really let them free, set them free, and set yourself free. And the energy I feel is so peaceful. Sometimes with these readings, I feel that the fiery scorpion energy wants to come and burn things up, or it's very dramatic. But this just feels incredibly calm and incredibly focused. Like, there's no drama about it. It's just like, yes, I'm doing this. But you're doing it with a reverence and a sacredness for yourself, a respect for yourself that I haven't felt in these readings in a long time. It's not that you're doing this because the person is terrible for you, you're angry about it. It's really out of self-reverence and self-love, and that's a difference that I'm feeling. So I think, what they're really telling you is that your strength is much bigger than it used to be, through the 10 of the Wands actually giving you that strength. But it's saying, now unfold these things and just open that self up, open that heart up. You see how open this figure is and how closed this one is. The universe is helping you to stand upright again, to unshoulder those burdens, and to be your full and powerful self, your free self. I don't know what else to say, because it's just so amazing and it's so beautiful, and I just feel like it's there for you. So I guess enjoy your free self this week. Enjoy this moment of sacred calm where you are freeing yourself. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. I always love doing these readings. And again, you're welcome to check out trueguidancetarot.com if that piques your curiosity for the other offerings on there. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time, and have a great week.